Hey YouTube, Cheeseboy628 here, and I want to thank you guys so much. As you can see in the picture of the video right here, that's 50 subscribers. I've been doing this channel for about a little bit over 2 weeks now, and having 50 loyal subscribers is just amazing. I cannot thank you guys enough, and here's to plenty more in the future. Alright, like I promised, I am going to give you that very epic match I was talking about a few days ago. And without further ado, let's go right to that team preview. So as you can see on the team from the frontmost is my friend Murkrow Jupiter. He's a great battler, and if you remember from previous videos, this is somewhat of a sand team that he composed and faced against me actually on a battle I have on this channel. His opponent is Sozac, which I've come to know fairly well recently, and I've found he is a great battler as well. Funny story is, I didn't realize it at the time, but 1 or 2 days ago he faced me with that exact rain team he has there, and he won the first match against me because I had like 4 pokes, and then he got a crit on an Aqua Jet against my Garchomp and finished off the rest of my team, and then the second match he demolished me. So yeah, it's a really solid team he has there, despite having a UU Azumarill. But yeah, looking at Murkrow Jupiter's team, once he gets that sand up, and if he can keep that sand there, his Sand Slash and Terrakion are able to do quite the damage. And looking at Sozac's team though, he has a rain team, and that Choice Banded Azumarill has so much power, and that Thundurus T that no one seems to use a lot, and he noticed that as well, but it is a huge threat. Get one nasty plot off, it has a Life Orb, you are in for a beating. But yeah guys, let's see how they do. So Murkrow brings in Hippowdon, and Sozac brings in his Politoed, both for weather, but Hippowdon's of course a lot slower, so sand will stay up. And Politoed gets a nice scald off on Hippowdon, so he definitely doesn't want to stay in and take another one to lose the Weather War right away. So he brings in Amoonguss, who unfortunately gets burned, but at least it wasn't his Hippowdon. So now Amoonguss just goes for the Spore here, trying to get something to sleep, and he ends up getting the Ferrothorn. Now this is a very special Amoonguss with hidden power Fire. Yeah, it's something that you don't normally see, but it definitely convinced me to put hidden power Fire on mine. And so now he goes in power Fire again, but it isn't able to finish off the Ferrothorn. Now I guess Murkrow is predicting some kind of switch here, which is why he goes into Terrakion. But Sozac's Ferrothorn just stays in, and Terrakion is able to luckily finish off that Ferrothorn with a Stone Edge. I'm not sure if that crit mattered, it was probably pretty close. Nonetheless, he brings in Politoed to get the rain up, and Murkrow just brings in Amoonguss, being scared, needs to preserve his Terrakion. Sozac has that very threatening Thundurus, and Murkrow actually brings in his Ditto, transforming the Thundurus, and he goes for the Focus Blast as predicting a switch, but Sozac has the HP Ice and just finishes off that Thundurus. So yeah, that Thundurus would have been out of here a while ago, but now it got a Thunder off on the Jirachi, and the Jirachi's paralyzed. Even with the rain boosted Surf, Jirachi barely survives, and now he's able to break through the para, gets the Body Slam, and paralyzes the Hydreigon, and the Jirachi's finished off. But now Hippowdon is in and is able to get the sand back up and nearly win the Weather War. It's getting close, but he goes for the Slack Off and is now full HP, so that's great for him. Now he brings in Amoonguss to wall Hydreigon pretty well, but after taking so much damage from Sandstorm, Burn, and the Surf, he's got to switch out. And he makes a bit of a weird switch into Terrakion here, seeing as he's been going for Surf for a while. But nonetheless, he does survive luckily, and gets the close combat off, and finishes off the Hydreigon. Now the Azumarill of course threatens with the Aqua Jet, and he doesn't have a spinner despite Sand Slash. It's not a spinning Sand Slash, you'll see in a second. So he sacks his Terrakion, Azumarill switches out to Politoed after the Amoonguss switch in, and Amoonguss is able to finish off that Politoed with a Giga Drain. So, as soon as he brings in his Apoudon, he has won the Weather War. And Azumarill goes for the Ice Punch right away, knowing that all the remaining pokes will be weak to Ice. And so, he goes for the Ice Punch again and gets a crit and kills the Hippowdon. So a little unfortunate, as Amoonguss now goes down, as well as his Hippowdon, and Sand Slash is Murkrow's last guy. Now after all the sand damage, the Azumarill definitely goes down from a Life Orb, Stab, Earthquake. Now it's between Dragonite and Sand Slash. Sozac's Dragonite goes for the Outrage, Sand Slash is at 4%, goes for the Shadow Claw, finishes off the Dragonite, and the Sand Slash dies from Life Orb. So that's a tie. So that was an awesome match, both of you, Murkrow Jupiter and Sozac. That was incredible. As soon as I saw it, I definitely felt that I should share this somewhere. I asked Murkrow if I could post it on my channel sometime, and he said he'd be honored. So that's really awesome of him. And plus, Sozac's really nice too. They're just amazing guys. So, guys, a little bit about that ending. One of you might be like, well, the Dragonite went down first, so doesn't Murkrow Jupiter win? And the other side is, I thought that if you die from your own recoil choice, such as Explosion, and in this case Life Orb, that the one who dies from their own recoil is the one who loses. But in the end, the one who ran the tourney decided that it was a tie, so it's great to call it a tie, as that was indeed an epic match between two really great battlers. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I definitely did. Just one more announcement. Tomorrow I will be uploading a real collab I had with a friend of mine, Zeta. And we went on Pokemon Showdown, and we both talked through Skype on different moves we could have used against other teams and all that great stuff. So you can see how our actual thought process is. And yeah, it'll be really cool to check out if you want to see that tomorrow. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. You guys mean a ton. And here's to more subscribers in the future. Alright, guys. Like, comment, sub, and until later, peace.